Hi guys, found something really interesting. I don't know if you've been having sort of strange I don't know. Are you feeling like energies are switching or something weird is going on, or all of a sudden something's changed, you can't quite put your head on it, your finger on it? I found I've been watching Stephen Burns' channel for quite some time, and he's just come up with something very, very interesting. I also want to share a very strange synchronicity I had. Again, I I bought this whistle, right? And I wanted to make a video for the maker of the whistle. So yesterday I actually wanted to use Old Lang Syne, this Christmas thing or New Year's thing. And I know I'm not saying it correctly. I wanted to use that song and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the tabs for it, and I was looking under Cutie Pie, who I'm following, who's teaching me, under her videos, and I found the Godfather theme instead, right? So completely randomly, I picked that theme. I think, yeah, that's a really nice deep theme. I can use this. Today I'll go on Telegram and I'm just switching and clicking through my channels randomly, completely randomly. And I'll come onto one channel and I click sort of three, I click all the way down, 4, 5 shares up, and I come across a video that's called The Matrix. So I click on that, and guess what the melody is that's playing right at the beginning? I don't know what that is. I spoke to my friend about this, and we both, have like a couple of ideas of what it could be. But I'm certainly these are not. They're not random things. So am I creating that, or am I attracting that? It's becoming so noticeable, so strange, and so bizarre to me that I thought I'd share this with you. I don't know if you're having similar things happening, but the chances of that being by chance are just so remote. It's just ridiculous, right? I listened to this last night, only watched half of it and just came back to this, and he talks about the gateway experiments that they did, right? And I just want to share this little bit here with you because it is very, very, very important that we understand this. So when you're putting these headphones on and you're listening to the binaural beats and whatever is on these tapes, these exercises, the resulting vibration is received and transmitted into the brain itself via the fluid-filled third and left ventricles located above the brain stem. By the way, he goes in detail into the brain function, and that we have magnetites in our brains that are affected by magnetic standing waves, which of course we should be aligned to the Schumann, right? And at the moment everything's going completely haywire there. And he ties it also back to the electric grid, which pulses at in Europe 50 hertz and in America at 60 hertz, right? So you can imagine what that does to our brain patterns and to the magnetic fields that we should be entrained to and that we are actually being bombarded with and by. So an electromagnetic pulse is then generated, which stimulates the brain to raise the amplitude and frequency of brainwave output, just as Dr. Twenload observed in his research on the effects of the hemisync tapes. Also, the brain is contained in a tight membrane called the dura mater, which is in turn cushioned by a thin layer of fluid located between it and the skull. As the coherent resonance produced by the human heart in a state of profound relaxation reaches the fluid layer surrounding the brain, it sets up a rhythmic pattern in which the brain moves up and down approximately 0.005 to 0.010 millimeters in a continuous pattern. Do you see now where the ancients said heart and mind working together? Right, this is incredible, guys. This is actually incredible. The self-reinforcing character of resonant behavior accounts for the body's ability to sustain this movement despite the minimal level of energy involved. In this way, the entire body, based on its own micromotion, functions as a tuned vibrational system which transfers energy in a range of between 6.8 and 7.5 Hertz into the Earth's ionospheric cavity, which itself resonates at about 7 to 7.5 Hertz. Of this process, Bentov states, this is occurring at a very long wavelength of about 40,000 kilometers, or just about the perimeter of the planet. In other words, the signal from the movement of our bodies will travel around the world in about 1/7 of a second through the electrostatic field in which we are embedded. There's our connection. This is so crazy. Really let that sink in. Such a long wavelength knows no obstacles, and its strength does not attenuate much over large distances. Naturally, it will go through just about anything: metal, concrete, water, and the fields making up our bodies. It is the ideal medium for conveying a telepathic signal. Consequently, the gateway process is designed to rather rapidly induce a state of profound calm within the nervous system and to significantly lower blood pressure, to cause the circulatory system, skeleton, and all other physical organ systems to begin vibrating coherently at approximately 7 to 7.5 cycles per second. The resulting resonance sets up a regular repetitive sound wave which propagates in resonance with the electrostatic field of the Earth. You know that lady I showed you which had her hands up and, saying that we're the connection, like a tree. We are the tree of life, for God's sakes. We stand between the heavens and the earth, and we are supposed to root into the earth and then transmit into the ether, and vice versa. Energy entrainment. As the body is turned into a coherent oscillator vibrating in harmony with the surrounding electrostatic medium, the specific exercises included in the gateway tapes enjoin the participant to build up the energy field surrounding his body, presumably by using energy from the Earth's field, which the body is now entraining because of its ability to resonate with it. This puts the body's energy field into homogeneity with its surrounding environment. Hang on, I must make that small so I can read that. Partly in response to the fact that the two electromagnetic mediums are now, I suppose, combined. You see, it does make a difference. I have a friend who's frightened of meditation. God knows what's put the fear of meditation into her head. I don't know what she imagines to happen. I know the absolute moments of bliss I experienced, especially listening to these tapes, guys. I know playing an instrument stimulates this kind of connection between the right and the left hemisphere. It makes it necessary for you to go into this Zen state through which you enable the two hemispheres to work together to create a coherent melody with your right hand and your left hand. Piano is even more incredible because you're having the bass with the left hand, the rhythm, and then with the right hand, the tune, and your feet are on the pedals. And some people manage to sing. What do you think happens with inside their brains at that moment in time? I want to also make you aware of this because I'm really quite upset about this by now. I shared these few clips here. I see I still have this one left, and I think nothing's going to happen here because nothing, came up here. But from this video here that I shared with you, out of 6 minutes, copyright was claimed for, what is it? It doesn't even show. Yeah, here. So for 2 minutes, okay? So now I have a strike. I contacted this person in the spirit of enlightenment and for the good of mankind. So I was very cordial and I wrote him this because I'm actually quite disgusted by this by now. Like, I think we should rise above this sort of shit. You know, it's about the survival of the human race here, right, guys? So all this, mucking around with copyright and ego trips, or God knows what's behind this. It's gotta just stop. I know he doesn't mind me sharing anything, and as a matter of fact, I think actually people should be grateful if snippets are being shared forwards, because it, you know, especially if it's to send more people to them. How ridiculous, you know? So he's suggesting this strategy a little bit later in the video, and I'm suggesting that we listen. Because if you've understood what I've just read to you, and what they know about our connection, then we know that this works. So we found what it is we can do. Because everything out there is designed to get you out of this state. Everything out there is designed to get you yumpy, sick, so you can't think straight, constantly in fear for your existence, frightened of exploring your own body, frightened of doing meditation, when it clearly brings us into a state that puts us into resonance with the earth. I've bought myself years ago. Bought myself this little Schumann Hertz generator of a little electromagnetic pulse field that I'm wearing around my neck. It produces electromagnetic pulses, very fine ones that simulate the Schumann resonance so many times a second, and it I mean, it's not making me 100% feel better, but at least my migraines have stopped, because last week I thought I was dying. I couldn't sleep. My whole body clock is upside down, and I have this German guy who goes through the fact that the microteslas during the day that would regulate your night and day rhythm, that are supposed to be coming up in the daytime and giving you this boost and this lift, are actually now coming up in the nighttime. Thereby, a lot of us can't sleep at night. We feel all awake at night, and in the daytime we're tired as you wouldn't believe it. It's because those signals are reversed. Anyway, I'll leave it at this. I'll leave the link below. I hope you have a look at this and check it out. Just one more thing. Remember how Cassie O'Brien said they don't want you to have this because the MK Ultra doesn't work? Now, why would we have such receptors? Why would they be there? And how come it's denied, you know? And how come when you take it in and you sit in front of a big sound system, and the sound is coming your way, and you can feel all the vibrations going through your entire, because you're starting to vibrate alongside with the sound frequencies because you're made of water, and all of a sudden you can feel that vibration. Because, I don't know, something happened within your system that's opened some channel. I don't know. I'm just saying.